It looks like they're going in now.
I'm not giving you anything if I don't have to.
Well, you know all the secrets. Although, it was interesting at Invites last year because with Helios 2, you can actually shoot down the barrel.
Yep.
And the Auckland players who hadn't really been playing on Helios 2 at all didn't know that. It took them a hot minute to figure it out. So before they figured it out, we had a wee advantage, having played with Helios 2, that we could actually shoot down the barrel. Because Aucklanders, having played on Helios Pro, they've got a wee habit where, because the sensor's just on the top of the phaser, you hold the phaser upside down and you can sort of put it against the wall on the panel, and you can still have the wee barrel sticking out. It doesn't work so well with Helios 2 because you can just shoot up the barrel.
Yeah, I've noticed that as well when I've been watching the pre-nats, commentating the pre-nats. I've mentioned a lot that a lot of people just getting tagged in the barrel because they're just not used to it yet. And there's a lot of states don't even have the opportunity to play Helios 2
No,
in
absolutely.
Australia, so it's just very interesting to see how it
Yeah, I'm looking
will
forward to
change the
having a
game.
pack advantage.
Teams are entering the arena for the first game. Game's about to kick off.
Looks like it's about to start.
So who's the pick for the W? Who's out? Prodigy and Hamlet are obviously the favourite.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
But, you know.
There we started now, we go.
Yeah, we gotta really bet against Runt though.
Can we vote for everyone?
We definitely can.
You've made it to the finals. Good job. You will win. But we'll see who really is the winner.
Let's see who plays well. It'll be interesting.
It looks like Carol.
So I've only seen 2 games of Tragedy of Hamlet, so
I don't recognise any of those players either.
one of them is Hatman. I know that.
Hatman is
Chewy.
He hasn't signed in. Hatman is obviously a Cobra.
Yeah, he knows who Hatman is. That's for sure.
I've beaten Hatman in a few games. I know Hatman.
You got Rogue and Shiru, who are also very good players. They train with Cobras all the time. Troggy, who's the tech guy. He usually fixes all the technical difficulties that we have with packs and the 5x3 and all that sort of stuff. But he's also a pretty good player.
Well, we're seeing a big green spread.
Yeah, Guerrero's been doing really, really well this competition as well. I don't know much about them at all. I assume it's probably their lower tier player, but they've been really doing amazing this competition.
Yeah, but I agree with you, Ibo. This green spread's looking really good. Not anymore, they're kind of a bit stuck. But before they had that entire top was theirs, and everyone was scared to kind of fight them.
Well, it looks like Green has picked up a base though, so that's good for them, but they're about to drop one.
Nope.
No.
Oh, they didn't drop one, that's good. Red's got one though.
Shuriki is playing pretty aggressively. I don't know what the plan there is. Is it just to be a disruptor?
There seems to be
all the way over at red.
We saw that with that legalized base takes. They will put a blue in that top right corner. But actually, it looks like one of the blues isn't working. They might be there. They're in the corner.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
The chat says Guerrero's been training with Cobras, and they're also going to Nats as well. So that's probably why they're incredible. He's sneaky trained up by Cobras before their first competition, so they get high level playing E player.
Yeah, I think Lit are doing a really good job of playing the first strategy out of green. I like their structure. I think.
Yeah, they got the top again there too.
Yeah, they might not win this game, but they're not going to forfeit much in. I don't think even if they get second or third, it's not going to be by much, and it's going to put them in a good spot for the final 2 games when things might get a bit more active.
Yeah, and Ace is having a great game, 300% at the moment. Got a base. He's loving life. see him. He's just kind of like shooting, I think, through this grate here, where you can see into the crosswalk of blue.
Yeah, there must be like a wee window there or something. It's hanging
Yeah, I
out.
think he's actually at where that grey line is, and he's just, yeah, kind of
He's
looking
sitting
through
at a
there.
window somewhere and he's shooting people through.
I love when
We see Guinea's just put a shot into red, but the strategy I think there is just disrupt what's happening at red, control with the defenders. You see Ace kind of shooting into blue.
Arrow's gone in now. Arrow might have
Arrow's
a go.
inside. Bit risky
Arrow's
there.
having a go.
No,
Oh, they've been tagged out. Yeah, Rogue is sort of waiting a little bit, I think, but then also somebody else is there too.
It was a bit late. The defenders were spawning a bit too early. Ooh, run!
Run! Rogue, I think, was waiting for him too.
You gotta. You see, this is the. You gotta shoot the base when you're in the spot, not when you're crossing. Otherwise, you're gonna get denied.
It might be the positioning might be a little bit laggy, so they might be already in the spot, having moved there very quickly, and the system's still trying to catch up. But they've already shot the base.
But Rogue tagged them through the door. Like, they didn't even move in, so. Guess I could just watch the camera.
Runt looks like they've picked up a red.
Yeah, they just stuck it just as we were talking.
Yeah.
Everyone's got one.
Everyone's got one. So it looks like red seems to be packing the best at the moment.
Yeah, I think it's a typical first finals game, right? Like, it's almost a tie. If we're spread by 1k going into game 2, game 2 and 3 will open up a lot more, and that 1,000 points is almost negligible.
Yeah, especially if there's a team that loses this by 1,000 or 2,000.
Yeah.
They'll be like, all right, well, it's our turn to kind of do something to catch back up, and that just opens the game up completely. Problem is, no one wants to make. Early on.
That's the thing about finals, right? Like, if it's tight, no one wants to do anything. But in a situation where a team feels like they're behind, the whole game changes. The strategy is completely different, and you have to.
They'll push hard. They'll get out there to get some points.
It's interesting watching Tragedy slowly, just climb their way in the lead here, because I don't know, they're getting all these pack hits.
A reasonable amount of action happening around their base because of people trying to get in.
They're just finding all the pack hits, aren't they? We
well,
haven't done much from today.
Lit are definitely pushing on red more than they have blue so far. So I think that's feeding just a couple of packets to.
Oh, it looks like Rogue's about to pick up a blue.
Well, Runt's gonna get green.
She got denied, I think.
Runt tagged everyone there.
And blue has picked up a green base. So that's sort of put them ahead a little bit.
Runt's gonna have a pretty good game, I think. Here. He's already on 9k. He's lost 500 points.
He's already up there.
So he's 4.5k field points. Halfway
Looks like Runt's come back to defend, so he might do quite well there, trying to keep everyone out.
They'll never put him in a really defensive position.
No.
Watching these games as well, for Hobart Swipers, Jellyhawk has been really good for them. Every time I look, it's like a high tag ratio. We've got 228 at the moment. It's kind of that defensive player that we haven't really been talked about much today, but they are just holding it back, I think.
Looks like Rogue's having another go, and Jellyhawk might have to make a move.
Oh, got the stun. But the teammate. Run spawned.
Did you finish Rogue?
I think Rogue finished it, yeah.
Did she finish?
No, it didn't.
She didn't finish.
Oh,
that'll be hard. She'll know exactly what that means, so.
Unfortunate, really.
So, you got Guerrero's also put 2 shots into each base without getting it. Those denies might hurt Tragedy a little bit.
Look, I feel like unless the game opens up, and I don't expect it to, I think we're going to see 30k to 24 to 19, or something like that. So, if the final 2 games sort of go closer to 50, it's still open. Even if you win this game by 5 or 6k.
Looks like Guinea got double denied at red. Well, blue base is pretty quiet. I wonder if somebody could sneak over and take one.
Not with my boy Jellyhawk defending.
Yeah, Jellyhawk.
Guinea's having a go. Troggy's run in and denied him.
Oh, wow. Guinea's not having a good final. 3 shots into red.
Shot into red, yeah.
Rough.
Rogue
We really
finally
need
picked
this
up the
second
green.
base.
Rogue took green with 5 shots into it.
The spread from the swipers there was outstanding.
Little Chiro might pick up her blue here. She just took out. Oh no, never mind. They came home. Chiro's going for blue. And Chiro looks like picks up that blue there. So Jellyhawk came in for the deny, but I think he shot at Rogue instead of Chiro.
That's the 1 shot per second life, right? Like, you dive in, you only get 1 shot.
Going for green, and it looks
Who's
like
taking
she's been.
green?
Chiro was. It looks like she might have been denied there.
I don't know what's going
Chiri
on.
Kitty takes it. I think.
Yeah, yes,
there
they
she
did.
goes.
Yeah. It was a bit weird there, wasn't it?
Bit of lag.
Greens are falling behind maybe a bit
Yeah.
too much now.
They're really struggling
This
to get
is the
going.
finals. This is game 1 of finals.
They really, Guinea not getting these bases and Arrow being denied is really like fallen them behind. If they got any of those base hits,
Yeah,
they'd just
they're
be catching
falling
up.
behind on the bases there. They need a few. Because red has also gotten a bit lucky. They could sneak into blue and take a couple of bases there as well.
Yeah, Lit are in a tough position because they have only conceded 3 bases, so they can't just leave, but they need to make something happen. You know, they need to get, they need a 2-man attack to be reasonably successful, and so far that's not happening.
Yeah, they'll need an aggressive push, or maybe send 3 attackers out somewhere. But it looks like Tiger's gotten picked up.
I think Guinea just got denied again at red.
Oh, Tiger has green. Tiger picked up green there. Oh, Guinea.
Guinea just got denied again.
Oh, buddy.
No.
5 shots into red now.
That's a rough one.
There's my suit as my yes running around to blue. He's sneaking that blue there. Picking that up.
Once cracked that 13k. It's a big difference.
Yeah, Hatman's up there too. He's on almost.
Not a good start from Lit. They really needed to be closer, playing out of green in the first game in particular. They're going to know they're behind, but a 10k deficit.
It looks like.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, Swiper's got another base out of
Honestly,
red
it's
there
15k to blue now. You wanted to be more like 5k behind at the end of this game, but just those denials not being bases, it just slowed down the whole roll, and they could never bring it back, it felt like.
Yeah, they couldn't manage to find another base until as soon as my yes got one right at the end there. So both Arrow and Guinea had 5 shots into red without taking it.
Yeah, so you can see that's 5k right there.
Yeah.
So like you can see why they're missing this. What's the word? This pack score so much is because they've spent it. They've got a lot of really good, decent tags. Maybe not really good, but decent tags, and just those denials really hurts. And now they have to do something a bit more extreme to try and catch up. They may not decide to do it here.
I think the denials really hurt Tragedy as well. So they got quite a few denials. They might have had the game if they weren't quite denied so many times.
Yeah, but at least they're still in a comfortable position. They're only about 4k
they are,
behind.
They managed to get a few more bases, which was really good for them.
Yeah. I just think Lit are going to know they're really far behind, and that's when it goes, what decisions are they going to make?
Yeah.
And what decisions should they make?
We might see some drastic moves from them.
Like, you see the scoreboard right now, Ibo. What's going through your head? What's the strategy?
So, assessing that game, I think all 3 teams know where they stand. which makes it interesting. It's not tight. I think the Swipers know they're up. I think Tragedy know they're second. And Lit are well behind. So I think it's going to come down to colours. So Lit are going to play out a red next, which, it is what it is. But Hobart, the Swipers are going to get green in the second game, and Lit they're probably behind enough that they need to make a play now. They can't wait until the third game, and I feel like that's going to lead into the Swipers, and I think the Swipers are going to push further ahead in the next game.
They kind of need to make 2 plays to get back into this game, right?
Yep.
15k, you need to make a play maybe for either, I don't know, you could try and
Get a team-based game.
Try
I think
and
you'll be fine.
I guess
find
it just
a way to
depends on the
panic the game,
mentality
I
of the
guess.
players as well. I'd like to think that most players in a grand final situation don't care about the difference between second and third. And so, they need to throw a bit of a Hail Mary in the next game. Whereas
I'm confused. What is the difference between second and third?
Not a lot.
Exactly.
The colour of your trophy.
Yeah. If you're not first, you're last, So I'd like to hope that that Lit will...
They'll want to make a move.
Yeah, they're going to want to make a move. I don't like seeing playing for second in a grand final. It's been done, but... Yeah,
They'll want to have a really good game. Because they probably know that they're behind. So they, if it's on average score, they probably want to have a really good game.
So Lit are going to play out a red in the second game, and the Swipers are going to be at green. Lit know that in order to have a chance, they're going to probably need to dominate. They're going to need to push the Swipers out a little bit. So, I hope that they kind of, I hope we see Ace and Guinea hitting, really challenging the Swipers, Swipers defense, and trying to get an early run.
Yeah, I think you can't do anything too extreme at this point. I think the Swipers are on green.
Swipers will be green.
I think they just need to play with the idea of punishing that really hard, keeping a strong defense, constantly punishing green whenever they can. So from red, they're right there. Maybe try and have a game where green's just sandwiched in between the two, if you can make that happen. And because it's also in blue's interest here to beat the green team.
Yeah, they'll want to have a good... I think all the teams want to have a good game, but Swipers might be a little bit more relaxed about it.
What do you think? Yeah. What do you think, guys, about if you're, Lit in this game, just keeping a dominant pack-on-pack player like Guinea at the Hobart Swipers base and keeping them honest, and then sending a 2-man attack over to blue and just hoping that it works out?
Yeah.
I think it's there's a more advanced way of implementing that, if that makes sense, with a bit more...
Well, they seem to have put Guinea in the cross there, which might be a good spot to get a little pack. And it seems to be a good spot, with Zeta the last couple games. They put him up there too. Though it looks like he's come back to help defend a little bit.
Yeah, I think I guess if you're red and red is the best colour, you might go, let's try and win this game as much as we can and see how we feel.
Oh, sure, did he get denied at blue there?
I think that's what I would say in this position. It's let's see what happens off our best colour. See if we can win by 10k.
Yeah, just play the game to its merit. It's a 1-game series.
Yeah. And then the last game, do whatever you can. Any strategy you can think of that gives you a chance of winning.
It looks like the Swipers have got a couple of people also running between both the bases there.
You see the Swipers are getting hammered on pack right now.
Yeah, that too. I think they've kind of recognised the Swipers have probably done quite well, or that the green team can get a lot of pack because they are in the middle and they're just sort of trying to crack down on it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, if blue and red are switched on, they're going to realise that the Swipers are winning and they're in green. So if they just exchange a lot, it kind of makes it difficult for the Swipers. That's pretty, like, it's pretty advanced thinking. Like, most teams just want to win the game, and I totally get that. It's tough. It's tough, right? Like, you
Win
just
the
want,
game.
yeah, just win the game.
Just win the game.
And it's so hard to play a strategy that relies on the other team kind of going with you. Like, you can't necessarily trust teams to play into your hand or your strategy.
So that deny earlier for the swipers has sort of put them behind a little bit, but they seem to be slowly catching up to Lit on pack score. And Tragedy really going away with
run
it.
away, yeah.
Oh,
And they're going to get this
we
base.
got one, get the base, there we go. That looks like it was Hatman again.
Man, yep.
Still not signed in. Hatman and Pac-Man.
Well, at least he's half signed in here.
He's half there.
We haven't
it
seen
looks
much.
like red.
We haven't seen
picked up a green base there too at the same time. And now Swipers have picked up a blue.
That base by Guinea on green is pretty big because no one's really pushed the Swipers. They're obviously behind in the field point game. So they need to make up for it by not dropping a base, and that base by Guinea on green, that's actually pretty big. The worst thing to be when you're that defending team in the middle is to get no field points, but then also drop a base. You really need to. The win condition for green is to not drop too many, and having that early one is bad.
Yeah, you really want them to feel pressured. Not have, like, especially because they're ahead by so much to Lit and a fair amount of tragedy. You want to just make sure the team winning doesn't feel comfortable in the second game. You want to make them make plays and
they
stuff.
picked up a second blue. The Shuri Kitty came back for their blue base.
They're really getting a lot of pack in this blue team. It's impressive. Cheru, 328% tag ratio.
Yeah, I think she's been floating around blue and coming back to help defend when somebody comes around, but also maybe pushing forward a little bit.
Tell because they're on the pack that doesn't show up where they are, hey?
Yeah, it's rough. It's hard to see what
Cheru's stuck in the corner at the moment, so we can't see where she is. We've got Tiger trying to have a step.
Probably a last one.
Tiger's having a go.
Yeah, Cheru's around. Cheru caught Tiger.
Cheru's inside the base.
Oh, we got another green inside. If you can take Troggy, there's probably a shot there.
Did Rogue catch her?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was a double.
Oh, we got Tigers in there too. Tiger might catch that one.
Ooh, Cheru got the deny,
Oh, nice.
I think.
The denial points will help them a lot too.
Yeah, that was a big denial.
There was a couple
happy
of
when green are
denies
being denied.
there.
Ace going on red.
Lit's got one. Ace has got red. So yeah, Tragedy was far enough ahead on pack points. They were almost a full base ahead.
This almost looks like the exact same as game 1 at 6 minutes. Blue and red neck and neck. One with a bit of a pack lead and another team just struggling from green.
Now looks like green's going for blue again. Oh, it's Troggy get him? No, they got it. Troggy came in for a missed deny.
Yeah, the swipe
getting really close
doing a better job out of green than what the last team that was playing out of green's done. Like, they're losing, but it's a K. It's not even a K.
They're closer.
Yeah. So they're
not
sort of
too far.
Yeah.
So this Tragedy needs to just look for a couple of bases to hopefully pick up in there. Might catch up. Oh, looks like somebody's taken. Is that Cheru taking?
Flashing green. I have no idea who else.
Somebody was flashing blue and green. It looks like there was a deny. Oh, it might have been Hatman actually. He's got one shot into blue. Somebody's going for it again.
Trying to see someone get it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Been a bit weird.
Guerrero's got one shot in on blue. Pac-Man's going again.
Swiper's picked up a third hit on blue.
Did he get it this time? No, he got double denied. Hatman's had 3 shots into blue and that'll hurt them.
Hamlet's starting to fall away a bit this game. They were in a really comfortable position. but they're starting to lose
I
their
think
pack lead.
Hatman finally picking up that blue.
I say
Probably
that they're
getting
back
a
up
little
top.
bit too fixated on trying to get that base there.
Yeah, well, they had like a 3k pack lead on both teams, and now it's just on the swipers.
Just on the swipers, yeah.
Yeah.
This is still a big advantage for the Swipers. If they can keep this game very close, I mean, they're winning right now, but regardless, if they can keep it close, they're going to go into the third game with a 10k lead. It's pretty difficult to overcome that.
This is the game you want from Green. Just to slow.
Absolutely, yeah.
Even if you come out and you lose this, but it's hopefully not.
Everyone's so close there, look.
So many people at Green.
Red base is empty. If the Blues could... If Hamlet realised that red team have all kind of come over to green base and maybe they can sneak around past like my suitors, my S there and grab that base. But of course he
they're
can...
being attacked by green.
They
can't see the map.
It's playing into the Swipers' favour because they've got 4 hits now on blue, but Lit are the team that need to make a play.
I think Lit are dumping right now.
Yeah, so Lit
looks like
they've only got 1 game and 3 minutes of playtime left.
Swipers might have this game, especially if red is being abandoned and they will get free
Here we
green.
go.
Then they'll run away with it.
Yeah. Runt's going to get...
No.
Hobart are going to get 3 or 4 hits on this empty red, and they're going to go.
So it looks like
game.
blue has just picked up on the fact that red is now empty. Then Guerrero is going to go in and wait for that base there. So Rogue, I think, is going to help keep a bit of heat off them.
Yeah, this is really tough, but I think...
Guerrero's waiting in there.
I honestly think the blue team, the best read they could have made here would be to dump to red.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got to prevent those last few hits. You've got to stop Swipers from getting 8.
One of the most difficult decisions to make, but you have to understand that it does not matter if red gets your base right now. Swipers are about to get an extra 10k lead on you.
Yeah.
You have to stop that. They have 4 of your base. They're not a threat there anymore. You need to go to red.
Yeah, and especially with 3 greens hanging around red, they're waiting for the base to come back up.
Yeah, exactly. And they know it as well. They're like, look, we only have to get this red and we're fine. That's the only thing that matters. So we're going to have more numbers in this and have a 3v2 against the Blues. And now run.
I think Hatman has come back and started defending because he's got both the base. Probably needs to send. I don't know where Chiru is. Rogue's taking red now, but denied. It's unfortunate. If Chiru came round to help red...
Oh no, Chiru's at red,
actually.
They
are now, yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense. I don't mind sending 3 out.
Yeah, because if you've got... I mean, Hatman probably fine getting pack points defending.
Oh, but Hatman needs to push people through bases.
Yeah, that's true.
I know that he's got the base, he'll get lots of field points. He'll probably score more defending, but they need to
get people through the bases.
They don't realise what their win condition of this game is, or /series, and that's what I think's costing them. Is because the only thing that mattered at that end game, their base has gone 4 times down to green. They're going to go to red, so you got to send all 5. So the worst case that happens, I guess,
so we see Troggy's come over there now too. And it looks like there's 4 blues at red now.
Yeah.
And Runt is hanging around underneath the base. So hopefully they can get in and get a few more, or maybe 1 more before the game ends.
Who's tagging it? Blue?
Guerrero's tagging it.
Need this.
You got it?
Yep.
But it's still a little bit behind.
Oh well, it locks the Swipers out of that last hit on red.
Yep. So now they can just run whoever needs green and try and get an extra hit. But it looks like red's shooting at it.
Red's shooting it.
Oh, nope. Rogue?
Oh, we got denied. Go on.
No.
Get the base.
Go on.
Oh, it looks like Troggy was waiting for the base to... Troggy and Chiru are waiting for the base to come back on, but they won't have time.
I think that about wraps it up, because the Swipers are going to go into the third game with 16k, 17k.
They're going to go in very happy and very relaxed.
Yeah, in a final series where, in a competition where 50k is that's extraordinary. It's so hard to come back from that kind of deficit.
Yeah, so I think Tragedy are down by 13k, it looks like. And Lit is down 22k. That's going to be a tough one to come back. I mean, I guess it's not impossible, but what do you need to do here? A
Swipers
base
just
swap?
have a terrible game.
A base swap, possibly? Do you reckon that's
Like,
enough?
if
Maybe.
Lit and Hamlet base swap, that might potentially keep swipers out.
It gives you a chance. That's the only chance I can see.
So the swipers are playing out of red this game.
Thing is, though, is if you're Lit, you probably don't even want to accept that.
A base swap.
Yeah, you're too far behind Tragedy to think you can beat them by...
Yeah, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like,
Yeah.
by
stuck.
playing the swipers out of it, you're sort of also not winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty impossible scenario.
Their probably best bet is to base swap, and then just, like... This is what happens, though, is they're going to base swap, and then they're going to be like, we actually need to get the swipers base to win. So they're going to base swap, but they're going to do a bad base swap where everyone ends up running at the swipers.
Yeah. And then,
And then swipers pick up all the pack points.
Pretty much. They get 10 free bases, and
Yeah.
call it a day. So yeah, it's a very, very difficult
Unless
situation.
they just swap and hold, and just keep swipers out
They
of
could
both
try
the
that.
bases.
Like,
But-
they can definitely try
they
that.
could try that, but it makes it too
It
hard
requires
for
both the
Lit
teams
to
having
win.
to do that.
Yeah,
But even if they do that, that's only really going to help Tragedy win. It doesn't help Lit win. So Lit will be like, they're going to have to make another play on top of that to have a chance to win.
yeah.
And this is us also
Lit
talking...
need to base swap and hold, but then somehow get some extraordinary third bases.
They need to solo green or
Yeah,
whatever.
they need to solo green and keep it. You know, they need to win with 9 bases, and the other 2 teams need to have 4 or 5, and dominate. Like it's tough.
Be difficult.
I think that's the... Yeah. I'm trying to, like, just think what's the best play. Like, who knows what these teams will do and stuff, but... I think that's the best play I can think of.
Sure, it'll be a good game anyway.
I'm expecting to see a dump.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
And I think Hobart will probably win this game too. You know? But I'll be interested to see what happens. Has Run got 2 13k games now?
Maybe. He's been getting really high scores. He's a beast.
Yeah, he's been doing pretty well lately. He's gonna have a pretty fun Nats this year, I reckon.
And the swipers will be onto it too, so they'll be prepared for that scenario. They know that as long as they don't lose by a lot, they'll be fine. So strategically, they've got everything going for them.
They're happy to play defense.
Yep.
That's all it is.
Yep.
No, just play defense and everything will be fine.
Are the Hobart teams, are they going to be the same teams playing in Hobart? For Nats?
Nah, no.
They'll be different.
Yeah, so
They'll
the top
be much
Hobart
stronger.
team, is only Runt from this team.
Okay.
Oh, and Karen, I think he's on that team. But Twinkles is on that team.
Twinkles will be there.
And then there's like CV,
TV and
Leper,
Leper.
legends of
yeah.
the game, absolute legends of the game. Yeah, so they're a terrifying team to play at
Sure, the
home
team that'll
on
kick
a
my
new
ass.
system. Yeah, they're the favourites to win for a long shot, right? Though,
And the
maybe
home
not.
maze too.
But we are over. There's still some amazing teams that we haven't seen at pre-nats. So, maybe it's just media hype at this
The
point.
last game has started and Hamlet's being very aggressive, pushing into red immediately. And taking it first base very, very quickly.
Well, that's what they need to do.
Yeah, so went and taken the Swipers base and they got that really, really quickly.
Yeah, swipers are just like, we just need to attack, I guess.
They're doing their thing. They just sort of left Jellyhawk to defend.
Swipers playing a
There's Albus. Albus must be hat, man.
bit of Cobra's
Hey.
mentality. Just get lots of tags and we
Just
can't
get lots
lose.
of
Let's get 250 tags and sort of doesn't matter what happens.
Probably true of this game, that's for sure.
Catman might be feeling like that.
Runt defending early.
That's because he can just run around and grab the bases when he wants.
Yeah, it's curious. They're not... Like, Tragedy's starting to run away a little bit at the start with both pack and the base. Just a little, like, I don't know. I feel like you just do the same thing you did the last game, not have Runt stay home, right?
Well, Blue seems to have completely pushed up, so they'll be getting a lot of pack from them. Maybe a few denies. And then they've got Atman and Guerrero trying to have a go at red base. It looks like Swipers have picked up a green base, or while the base is down, they're all run back to blue.
I'm just watching these, like, circles run around, and I see Runt versing 2 greens, and I see 3 blues and 3 greens all in the same area that he could have been attacking.
Runt's having a cheeky look at green now. If he gets a tag on Cherry.
Shuri's good, he's going for it. Rogue's waiting at the door for the deny, maybe?
Oh, that's huge for the Swipers.
They've gone 2. I didn't even see they get the other green.
2 bases.
Yep.
Yeah, they snuck in and got that while it was busy.
Ah, well. Is that the end?
Game's over.
I think it's safe. I think that's a pretty safe bet.
Yeah. Nope. I mean, Runt's got another 13k, you know? What's the odds that he gets that this game? What do you call him?
Oh, he might do pretty well.
There's going to be some dumps and stuff, right? So I reckon it's going to push a 15.
I don't know. Like, he's an absolute beast, but I also think Runt knows enough. He's been playing long enough, and he understands the win condition for him right now is not necessarily a 15k. It's to not let the game sort of blow over. So he might sacrifice a bit of his personal score.
Well, Runt's getting it
He's
anyway.
just following green. Never mind.
He's just following green. Well, I think maybe he perceives maybe green as more of a threat, or just because they're closer, he just sort of runs in there where all the points are.
Yeah, no, I just think teams are going to just do weird things towards the end of this game, and Runt's going to be in the middle of it, just soaking it up. That's my guess.
It looks like Guinea's circle is stuck in the corner of this game, so we don't know where Guinea is. He'll be around somewhere.
Or maybe he's just in that corner.
Just be in the corner.
Just having a good time.
It's like all 3 teams have decided to defy traditional logic and just play a conservative defensive game in the last
Jeru's picked up red base, it'll be good for the Hamlets, and at the same time, red picked up another base.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can be like, look, it's so out of it, let's just play a standard game and, I don't know, let it rest.
Just have fun.
So you know, you got to think about it, these teams are a mixed team with different skills and stuff, so some teams might just be like...
That's true, that's true. It's not a traditional
It looks like
final.
Guerrero might go for their red, assuming Shiro can help keep Tiger down. Oh no, Rogue's going for it. Rogue's going to pick up that green there. So that's caught them back up to the Swipers a little bit.
Yep. They got a nice little pack lead, they might be able to get a good green game out. I still think we'll see a team dump soon. Probably blue.
Blue might decide to dump because...
Which is obviously Swipers favoured because they've all got 4 greens.
Yeah.
Although they managed to get... Arrow and Ace have managed to get green base.
Yeah, so it's only got a few more times you can go down. 4 more times.
But there's a couple of greens that seem to be holding out red, so... Well, Karen going in for a deny? Did they get it? No, Guerrero got that base.
Good job.
So it looks like Hamlet was sort of holding out the Swiper's base for a little bit and collecting a few bases. It'll be good for them. They'll just have to move over to blue in a minute. If they'll get Troggy his base. Maybe. Or they'll leave Troggy at home.
the next base for the Swipers secures the win.
Yeah, that's fair. So you reckon they need to stay here, get denied a lot, and the other teams get the 10?
Yeah. I mean, they've won, but I think if the Swipers secure a 5th, then everything could go bad for the rest of the game, and they'll still win.
Yeah, unless they just started cheating like over and over again.
Yeah. The win condition for any other team right now is Swipers get no bases, and everyone else gets everything else. And maybe someone can come through, but it's just not going to happen.
No.
Yeah, so it looks like Hamlet have moved over to blue base.
And Jellyhawks decided to put the dagger in.
There it is. Jellyhawk secures. I mean, I couldn't see the Swipers losing from the start of this game, but I think that is the absolute dagger.
Yeah.
It looks like there's almost all the Hamlets are at blue now, so they're really going to try crack down on getting these bases.
Looks like we got a blue party. Green stump to blue. Blues.
Yep. Oh, Hatman's going for it. He's picked up that one, did he?
I think so,
did
yeah.
he? Yep, there we go. Let's go wait for the scoreboard to update.
Get that, win the game just for that.
So it looks like green is sort of dumped to blue. So they can try hold out the Swipers a little bit, because they both teams need blue bases.
They're just trying something, I think.
Yeah.
So, well, our base got down a lot. Let's just go.
Yeah, they're all there.
It's kind of hard to say
except for Hatman.
what's going on
Hatman's
anymore,
running around
right?
somewhere, but the rest of Hamlet are at blue. And it looks like blue's trying to defend him, trying to keep him out.
Do you reckon this would have been what we were talking about earlier with tragedy of Hamlet not having any games leading up to this?
Oh, it's definitely it's got to be a part of it.
Yeah, like maybe they're just not warmed up for the first game, and maybe they've taken the 2 games to warm up now, and they're actually running away with it a little bit.
There's also the element of, like, Tragedy of Hamlet's a home team, right? Or
not entirely sure which
predominantly New Zealand players.
This. Well, there's 3 mazes in Auckland, and I'm not sure which players tend to play which maze.
Yeah. So the early advantage, particularly in a round robin scenario for a home team, doesn't apply as much when you get a team like the Swipers that get to play a whole bunch of finals games. Yeah.
That's true. So let's figure out that green base is empty and cycle through all their greens. And now they're sending one person to have a poke at red, but there's 3 defenders there. And Hamlet's still giving blue a hard time at their own base. Though Runt's in there soaking up a few pack points.
Yep, I told you he'd be in the middle of it. He needs the base though, otherwise it's not going to get that.
Yeah, he's not going to get his... Oh, he might.
He might get in there. So it looks like
about it.
green has popped back around. Maybe they're going to try to get Troggy his red base.
I think the Swipers know they've got 5 and they don't need to win. There's no need to be aggressive. They're playing pretty smart.
Like they're very spread out.
Yeah, there's no, like, denials, and getting on a bad roll is going to be more detrimental than getting that one or 2 extra bases. It's just like, they can play safe right now. They can chill.
They think catching up on packs there.
They might think that they're not actually like winning by as much as they are as well. They might be like, yeah, we won all the games. We're probably a little bit ahead. So you don't really know what they're thinking, right? And that's part of the call. So they might be like, yeah, I think we're pretty ahead. Just play a decent game and don't take any risks.
Yeah, don't do anything stupid.
We've got about a minute left. Interesting. Green have been spending a lot of time here. Blue.
Yeah, it looks like Guinea's gone around to red as well. He's tagging a few people there. So he might be trying to have a go at getting an extra base.
And the Swipers creeped ahead, even with a 1 base deficit.
Yeah, they do really well on pack this game.
They've done well on pack in every game.
Yeah, I think in general.
Just,
They're just good at pack.
just been.
Giddy's going for red, is he? Oh, he's got it now. Yeah, Giddy picked up red base there. Catch lit back up.
This is the closest finals game of them all. 37, 36, 34.
Yeah, I don't think it's that surprising to see. And that the Swipers know that that's what they want. Just a close game. No one wins by a massive amount, and they'll cruise through.
Yeah.
Ideally for Hamlet, they'd get Troggy one of the bases, but they might not be quite time for it. Or Runt's going for it. Last second
Yes.
base take.
There he is,
There
14
you
and a
go.
half.
14 and a half, yeah. You did get 15, so we're kind of disappointed in your run.
There we go, and that's it.
Yeah, wow.
That's all, folks.
I wonder who won.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to know until the presentation.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, you can never be too sure. We don't know the after-game terms either, so...
Oh, that's true.
What's going to
Wipers could have
be
been naughty.
what's going to be Runt's average score at Nationals?
11.5k.
Probably a very large number.
More than 11 and a half.
I think so.
You got to think half their games are going to be round robin games.
Yeah, I know, but I've seen that for lots. And I don't know, like... I feel like there hasn't been that high average score in most Nationals lately. Not that I've paid that much attention since because I didn't play Bendigo, but what was the highest average score there?
Oh, no idea. I don't
Yeah.
even know who finaled in Bendigo, mate.
I don't know, and I commentated it. I don't remember. I think it was...
I think Runt will average 12-7.
Okay, well, just on average score, the highest in Bendigo was Hybrid on 11.5. You know, Wax had 10.8, Run had 10.6. And that's where I normally see the average scores go, around that 11-ish, 10.
Yeah.
Just in general. But yeah, it might be a bit higher, because he might be able to go through the round robin, but... He's not going to have that good a time in the Cascades, otherwise... They've won Nationals, right?
Cyrex, you know a lot of things.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I did watch it. Because I commentated up to all the Golden Games, and then... They got rid of me. They said, you can't do the grand final, mate.
Got rid of you.
See you, mate.
Oh.
Bye.
It's always better to have commentators who are on side, though.
That's true.
I hate commentating and people can't see my face and stuff, and... I don't know, just not been a part of it, and then... so not playing in the arenas, like, I'm kind of half-guessing.
Yeah,
Just
100%. I think if you're going to have a serious commentary team, they need to be involved and, you know, intimately knowledgeable on the players and the competition and how it's been. And
Yeah, they just need to be there. Even if they're not players, being there, you know, talking to people and watching games.
Yeah, being there is very different to just watching it from afar. I watched pretty much the whole competition just on Twitch and stuff. I really wish I was there so I could, talk to people after their games and all of that. But it's kind of hard when you can't actually talk to the players and be like, oh, how come you did this? Or sort of thing. Drake, the map is amazing.
yeah,
Been good.
map is awesome. I hope that sometime soon it's utilized in a
other places as well.
proper, high-end comp. I think that'd be unreal to watch.
Yeah, once like the bugs and it's a bit more stable, which it will become, it's gonna be the thing. I just don't know what kind of tech it needs to actually run. That's probably the biggest problem, right? Because you might have to get side ops on board and stuff, but anything should be done to make it work.
It's almost like a wee sort of home project. Because Popeyes and VDark have put an enormous amount of energy into this, and they've done really, really well.
Okay.
Okay.
We're getting in trouble, guys.
We're taking too long.
I'll take the lead. Thanks everyone for watching the finals. I believe what's happening is the stream's going to end, and then it's going to come back up, and the presentations will be on. So stay tuned, stay on the tab. It's just going to go down for a sec and then come back up.
Yep.
My name is Method. Thank you all for watching.
I'm Zygorizer. Thank you for joining us.
And I'm the other guy. Thank you so much.
Thanks everyone. Have a great night.
All right, guys. Be
Have
good.
a good one. Catch ya.
Okay. Thanks everyone for coming, and also thanks for sticking around for Prizegiving. I know it's easy to ditch early. So I'll just start off by getting all the thank yous out of the way. Big one, once again, everyone for coming, especially those who travelled a long way. Thanks everyone who refed or helped out in any way. Obviously the committee, but there's a ton of people who just help out behind the scenes. We've got the media guys, Aaron and Troggy. Side ops, obviously, Wayne, Nicole. This has probably been one of the easiest to organize ever. We've had unprecedented access to the site. We've pretty much been able to do whatever we want, and it's resulted in a pretty good comp as far as I'm concerned. I think it was a success. Hopefully everyone agrees. Like I said before, this is by far the biggest turnout we've had for the sides, biggest Australian contingent. It's just awesome to have everyone here. Yeah, without further ado, I'm going to pass over to Annie to do her special awards.
So thank you to everyone who submitted for the Player of the Comp and the Sack of Potatoes Award. Yeah, it's always really nice to read what people say about each other. You know, it's really nice compliments and stuff, so thank you for that. So the Auckland Player of the Comp, someone who hasn't been playing for a super long period of time but has shown some real dedication to training and is just like a monster when he turns up at your base. It's just, yeah, really good. So it goes to Guerrero or Cody. Well done. Thanks, man. The Dunedin Player of the Comp. I'm not sure we've ever given away a Player of the Comp to someone who's only played half of it, but she obviously made a big enough impact that she got by far the majority of the votes for this. So, yeah, Dari had such a great... You don't have to stand up. Stay seated. Yeah, she had a great showing in solos, just stomped it, and you know, their team were on track to do really well, so I'm disappointed that she didn't get to play the whole thing because it could have been a different comp, but yeah, it goes to Dari. So this year we added the international category because we finally had enough that it made it worthwhile, so thank you, Hobart. Yeah, so this one goes to someone who just showed a massive amount of, like, a great captained their team really well. You could just feel his energy in the arena. It's just like super hyped up his team. So this one goes to Twinkles. So the last one is the Sack of Potatoes Award. So we had a couple of entries, but there was one that seemed to stand out. If anyone doesn't know what the Sack of Potatoes Award is, it's kind of when somebody does something a little bit stupid or a little bit dumb. So I'm going to hand over to Runt to explain this one because he will do it better than what I will.
So, as you can probably guess, it was a Hobart player that won this. Now, the best part is, he knew he was getting it. But, he thought he was getting it for a different reason. If we have time, I'll quickly go over that. I asked, how did he almost time deny himself on red? Did he shoot the speakers? No, he said he shot the wall. But, that's not the best award. The best award came courtesy of Shura who, if anyone doesn't know, is dating Tiger. Now, he doesn't know what happened here, because he's only finding out just now. But essentially, The whole time in doubles, his girlfriend, along with all other Hobart players and many others, gaslit him into thinking he was in a completely different event. An event where he thought that he had the bases rotate and he can only shoot the base when it's his color. This was started by a... Now the best part is, everyone that heard it, sliver of it, went along with it. Popeyes, for example, went, "Oh, have you heard about the targets too?" Just everyone, without a second thought, just went, "Yeah, obviously they cycle." Like, "Oh, the first one, you shot it when it wasn't your color?" "Oh, no, that's because the first one's free. It's obvious." Yeah. But what just makes this so special is that Grace was his doubles partner. She hard through the event, so hard, she flew all the way from Hobart to be here and thought, should we try in this event? I'll still shoot people, but he's not gonna know which base he's meant to be shooting. He's gonna not shoot bases because he thinks it's the wrong color. So, with the help of Shura Kitty, the sack of potatoes goes to Tiger.
All right, guys. That's got to be the best sack of potatoes ever, I think. I like that we kept it going so long. I didn't know what I was a part of. Technically, I didn't lie. I just meant, have you heard that there's no targets in doubles? So we're gonna go into the side events, and I'll get Rachel to read these out for me.
Okay, guys, we're going to start off with solos. You guys have probably already seen these scores, but something's gone wrong with my sheets. In nothing place. I'm just going to count up and assume that it's right. There might be something wrong here. If I call out a player twice, let me know, and it just means that my player thing has just gone. My formulas suck. Okay. In last place was Sea Dog. Do we think that's right?
Last place in finals or last place in finals?
Overall. Okay. That's dumb. Okay. And 20th. And 20th we had Shurikity. In 19th we had Tiger. In 18th we had Cyberin. In 17th we had Nitro. 16th Jellyhawk. 15th Dika. 14th Zeta. 13th BMW. 12th Feel. 11th Cheru. 10th Goofy. 9th Guinea. 8th Moldy. 7th Arcane. 6th Ace. 5th Runt. 4th Dari. Yay. 3rd Popeyes. 2nd V-Dark. Should we go back? 3rd Popeyes. Come get your reward, I guess. Which one is these ones? My hands are still really sweaty. I don't want to pick them up.
The thirds are all on the left. Seconds should all be on the...
No, that's first.
Okay,
this is third here. Okay.
Should we do individual photos for solos, things of it? Yeah, just do
One more, all of them. Okay. All right, 2nd V-Dark. Yep. Yep. And first, drum roll. You all know anyway, but Next, we've got doubles in 7th place. Oh, technically. Oh, gone. 8th place. He kind of sucks a little bit. We better not. 7th place. Popeyes and Traitor. 6th place. Goofy and Four Eyes. 5th place. Dari and BMW. Yay. 4th place. Mantis and Sega. 3rd place. Ace and Guinea losing their 1st place. Our shield is going to look quite different without your names at the top. You got them? We'll do one photo again with these ones. In 2nd place, Arcane and V-Duck. Do you want me to hand you your one? And in 1st place, Runt and Twinkles. Can you take the photo for Annie? Oh no, she's got it. She's got it.
Who am I looking at?
Okay, triples next. In 4th place, we had Runt, Cherokee, and Tiger. In 3rd place, we had Moldy, Popeyes, and V-Duck. Yeah, do individual ones. In 2nd place, Goofy, Four Eyes, and Twinkles. I feel like I should get some credit for this, for making this team. And 1st place, Ace, Arcane, and Guinea. Okay, guys, on to tag team, our very own special New Zealand format. In 3rd place, we had Ace and Guinea. In 2nd place, all together. In 2nd place, Runt and Twinkles. And in first place, Moldy and V-Dark.
As usual, it looks like we forgot to do the shields. That's all right. If you came first in something, except tag team, which doesn't count, then you'll have an opportunity to take a photo with your shield sometime afterwards, and then we'll put them back in storage. So I'm going to do the team events, since I wasn't in there. That's why, yep. Okay, I'm gonna do every team. So we'll start at 10th place. Quiet down, guys. Okay, so in 10th place we had the hen house. In 9th place we had the nameless. In 8th place, Space Groove. Seventh place, Troubled Shooters. Sixth place, Dysfunctional. Fourth place, Hobart Devils. Fifth place, Legalized Sneak Takes. Okay. I'm going to do my best to read them all out correctly. So, in game one, in first place on blue team, Hobart Swipers with 35,685. In second place on red team, Trogitive Hamlet, 31,364. And in third place on green, Lit, 20,262. In game two, we had Lit on red with 42,906. We had Hobart Swipers with 36,516 on green. And on blue, we had Trogitive Hamlet with 36,136. In the final game, we had Hobart Swipers on red with 42,906. We had Trogitive Hamlet with green with 36,516. And we had Lit on blue with 36,136. So overall, if I'm reading this right, which I probably am, but maybe not, we have in third place Lit with 33,101. In second place, with an average score of 34,672, that's 1,500 clear approximately, we have Tragedy of Hamlet.
Asleep.
And almost 4,000 points ahead on average, with an average score of 38,369. We have our first ever full Hobart team, full away team, Hobart Swipers. It's going back in storage.
Can I get the rest of the committee members up the front, please? Wherever you are. Yes. Absolutely.
Boots and cats, bro. Boots and cats.
Sweet. On behalf of all of the players, I think this comp's run really, really well. The committee have done a fantastic job. We've had an awesome turnout, and it's run really smoothly. Thanks to these guys, they put in a lot of hard work. They all volunteer. It's not a paid job or anything. But all of the players have got together and got you guys a little something just to say thanks for your hard work. So, Janelle, we'll hand it out. Thanks, guys.
Cool, thank you, Ace. I need these. It's my car snack. Yeah, congratulations everyone who won something, even if it was potatoes. Yeah. Yeah, another massive thank you everyone for the huge turnout. It's been awesome. Quick announcement, you've probably seen it already, but we do have an Invercargill tournament coming up. So that'll be the next LSNZ event. It's going to be doubles and triples, and probably with a focus on training because we've got a ton of hours. So we'll run a doubles comp, we'll run a triples comp, and anyone who's going to Australia we'll put on some training for. It's going to be awesome. Get flights as soon as you can. What did you say? That's all for Invercargill. Obviously, the side ops here if you want to ask them any questions. In the back there. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. As you guys know, we have Nats next year, and it's also almost finalised that we're going to have Worlds next year as well. So next year NZ is going to be huge. Yeah, thanks everyone. That's all from me. You can go home. Yeah, also, I wasn't joking. If you guys want a photo with your first place shield, feel free to come up and get one. Yeah. They're not allowed to leave the country.
hear you say, get louder. Get louder.